seems to just get narrowed down to one spot. Watching these guys ramp off the berm out of 2 and out of 4 is certainly a sight to behold, and field coming to green, you're going to get to see some of it right now with the Northeastern Sportsman Modifieds.
20 laps will make it up. Flagman starts on the initial start. From there on, the restarts are controlled by the leader. They can restart anywhere from the caution light around to the VP Racing Fuels line out of turn 4. And we only race back to the flag on the first lap. Green flag is out. We're underway. Great start for Jeff Tolley. They came around pretty slow. That gives them a big advantage going through turns 1 and 2.
Side by side, well, no more side by side. 35 a little bit off the pace as they head down the back straightaway. That's the 35 of Kyle Irish. Off at turn 4, Tyler with a big lead as they come out of 4. 115 sideways. 115 into 6 car make contact.
They're actually brothers.
That's a tough conversation to have later on in the evening.
Curtis Whitney coming out this year in the 115 and learning and getting better every week. He pushes way up the racetrack, opens it up for Kyle Whitney. Now J.J. Williams, he'll look to the inside, as does Zach Cox and the 16 of Mike Bowman. He door slams him just a little bit, trying to move by in turn 2.
They'll work side by side down the back straightaway. That is the battle for 6. Looks like Bowman going to get the better of him as they come out of turn number 4.
And we mentioned it, but Zach Cox in that 026 and the 16 of Mike Bowman, both were not able to get qualifying laps in, so they started at the rear. View from the flag stand there, and you can see what a big lead Jeff Tolley and that 41's got right now.
Looks very similar to last week. Tyler led flag to flag a week ago, lapped all but one car. That one car was the 8 of J.J. Williams. Looking to do more of the same here tonight. Looks as they come by the flag stand. We'll see what the gap is this time over the 6W Kyle Whitney. 3.5 seconds, over 3.5 seconds. So he's putting it on him again tonight.
Yeah, and right now Jeff Tolley, he's turning laps in the 1840s, Kyle Whitney in the 1850s. But right now they're going to have a caution just to, as close as the lap times are. They lost so much there at the beginning that they're going to have a caution. Right now, this battle on the racetrack is for 4th. Zach Cox in the 026 and the 16 of Mike Bowman. See them race out of turn 2 right now.
Bowman with a good run down the back straightaway. He'll look to the bottom side as they head through 3 and 4. Can't quite make it stick. Cox going to hold the spot as they head down the main straightaway back to turn 1. Like you said, that's just about the closest battle on the track right now. We got a spinner right in front of us. The 115 of Curtis Whitney into the wall on the front straightaway, and that's going to bring out our first caution of the race.
Well, that's the caution everybody else was looking for, not Curtis Whitney, as he'll spin here on the front straightaway on lap 7. And as you said, Chase, that'll bring out the first caution. I don't think he hit that inside guardrail that hard. At least the front suspension looks okay. We'll see how everything looks here on the right rear as he gets it turned around, and it doesn't even look like he hit anything.
No, not really. I mean, Nerf bars on these modifieds are pretty tough. Looked like maybe the left rear was a little low, but not quite sure. We'll see if we possibly have another look at it and see what happened. He was coming right at our flag stand camera, so we might have another view of it.
And as we mentioned, Kyle Whitney in second and some of those other cars that were turning similar lap times to Jeff Tolley, the leader, now have been able to close this gap thanks to this caution, and we'll have to see if they can stay up with him and what they can do right now. Tolley, the leader, with 7 of 20 laps completed. Kyle Whitney rides second, J.J. Williams in third, Zach Cox in fourth, and Mike Bowman in fifth. This is the only division here at Lakeview Motor Speedway that does true double file restarts. That's what the drivers in this division wanted. All of our other divisions, they're Delaware double style, where you put the leader on a row by himself and then everybody else doubles up back behind him. But again, these modified drivers wanted the rules this way for their class, and that's why you see them getting doubled up here in turns 3 and 4.
I'll ask you, Alan, in the age of 2025 dirt racing, which one do you think is better, a classic double file or a Delaware double file? It's a tough one. I mean,
yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think the one thing about a Delaware double file restart is you're the leader, you've built up that lead, and then when the caution comes out, you lose all that advantage. So it seems like you should have some sort of advantage, even if it's, just that Delaware double file restart. But as we said, the modified drivers wanted to do true double file restarts. As we said, the restart zone, that's from the caution light in turn 3 around to the VP Racing Fuels line here out of turn 4. And in that area, the leader can restart wherever he wants to. He controls the restart. So we'll see where he goes at here. Not waiting around, but a pretty good restart there for Kyle Whitney on his inside.
Side by side down the front straightaway. Tyler going to go back to the lead. We've got a side-by-side battle for third as they head down into turn number 1. Williams on the bottom, Cox on the top side. He's going to try and steal that third spot away, but they're going to go once again side-by-side down the back straightaway. Williams had a great run out of 3, but Cox going to get the spot as they come out of turn number 4.
Now Mike Bowman trying to get up there to J.J. Williams just in front of him. The leader's about 2 car lengths separate them. Here comes Bowman down on the inside in a 16. And if he can get around J.J. Williams here, now you'll have your top 4 cars are the 4 fastest cars on the racetrack. It's the only one that were turning laps in the 18-second range. Now we'll have to see if they could do anything with Jeff Tiley. And you can see just going out of frame, Kyle Whitney's trying, but Tiley gets a good run from the center off.
He is not letting him get away. He's keeping Tiley honest as we close in on the halfway mark. Yes, cross flags in the air, halfway home for the Northeastern Sports and Modifieds, and Whitney is keeping Tiley honest at the front of the field.
Battle is for third, though, out of turn number 2. Right now, Zach Cox and Mike Bowman. J.J. Williams kind of rebounded. He's staying with him. Bowman looked high in turns 1 and 2. He looked slow here in turns 3 and 4. But that's where you can see the advantage of that banking is when you're up on the outside. And you'll notice the leader will almost always, pole sitter 2 will almost always pick the outside because of that momentum. Here comes Bowman on the outside trying to take third.
He finally got a nose to the outside as they came down the back straightaway, and this time he's going to pinch him down off of Ford, take the spot, move the 16 of Mike Bowman up to the third spot. He moves to a podium position just past the halfway mark.
It's crazy. He won all but a handful of races here last year, and he's been strong this year, but he's not been able to get to victory lane, and it shows how far some of the other guys have come because Jeff Tiley, the leader there in the 41, Kyle Whitney, they were here last year. They just couldn't stay up with Mike Bowman. Now Tiley working into some lap traffic. He's got Kyle Irish and Stephen Miller in front of him, coming around for 6 laps to go.
6 to go. Miller going to move to the bottom side, let your leader go. Tyler's going to work the middle groove of the speedway as Kyle Irish runs the bottom, stays out of the leader's way. Tiley clear the lap traffic now. Clean racetrack ahead of him as he comes to 5 laps to go in the 20-lap feature event.
See, as they come back this time right now, the advantage about a 1.5 seconds over Kyle Whitney.
Certainly not the 3.5 he had before, but definitely comfortable nonetheless with 5 to go.
Mike Bowman in that 16, he's the second fastest car on track. I don't think he'll be able to catch Kyle Whitney without a caution. Jeff Tiley's still the fastest right now. Looking at them as they come across the stripe. Tiley down there on the bottom. And then there you see Zach Cox up top. There in fourth.
Kyle Whitney was all kinds of crossed up coming out of turn number 2. Definitely pushing, trying to get to Jeff Tiley, but I don't think he's going to have enough time, and I don't think he's got quite enough pace. Right now he's just trying to keep the 16 of Mike Bowman behind him, who, as you said, has been the second fastest car on the racetrack these last couple laps.
And you see Bowman's closing a lot of ground right now on that 6 car. He's just not going to have the time as Jeff Tiley in the 41 comes across. 2 laps to go now. Looked like Bowman might have got crossed up there a little bit. Now this battle for 4th. Zach Cox, J.J. Williams. Cox stuck behind the 35 of Kyle Irish. That allows Williams to go to the outside.
Unbelievable. Williams had a poor restart. Now he's going to get a spot back as they split the lapper of Kyle Irish. Meanwhile, white flag already in the air for Tiley as he works his way out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Allen, bring us home in the first feature of the night.
Down the back straightaway, Jeff Tiley goes in to turn.
No,
we got a spin here. Let's see what's going to happen. Caution's out, and that means we're going to have a green-white checker to finish it off.
Wow, Tiley could see the checkered flag as he was coming out of turn number 4. but he had the 115 of Curtis Whitney spun in front of him, and instead he met the caution flag instead of the checkered. He's going to give these guys one more shot to get it. Mike Bowman's going to have a shot here. He's been fast. See if he can maybe pick up a couple spots on this restart and pick up a win.
The one issue there is you can say, well, why did they throw the caution? Even though Jeff Tiley had gotten by the 115, the 115 sitting broadside there in turn 4 and still got all the rest of the cars coming at him. So, you're in a tough spot, but out of safety, probably the best thing to do is throw that caution, and that's what we did. Now, inside 5 laps to go, single file go the restarts, and I think that'll be just fine with Jeff Tiley. And we'll have to see. The battle could be for second. We're only going to have a lap to go, so the green and white will come out together, but see if Mike Bowman can get Kyle Whitney.
Certainly Tiley's race to lose. He's had the best starts and restarts of the night. He's going to have the front row all to himself, as you said, single file restart. I think Kyle Whitney's goal right now is to hold on to that second spot over Mike Bowman.
Crown Vics, you're next. Crown Vics, you're next. Be ready to go. Crown Vics, you're next. Be ready to go. Very important restart here for Jeff Tiley in that 41, looking to become the first 3-time winner here in the Sportsman Modifieds this year. He's in the restart zone. He doesn't mess around. Green flag is out, but again, Kyle Whitney got a pretty good start back there.
Got a good start, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough without some heroics here on this last lap. Working their way through 1 and 2 for the final time. Tiley down the back straightaway, pulling away from the 6 of Kyle Whitney as they head into 3 and 4.
Here comes Jeff Tiley through turns 3 and 4. Kyle Whitney not close enough to make a run. Checkered flag is out. Jeff Tiley will take his 3rd win of the season. Kyle